So I request Dr. Vinay Chempulu, an assistant professor from IIT Jammu, to brief more about GrowN and its objective. So welcome, Dr. Vinay.
Uh, Good afternoon. I welcome you all and the panel members for the Grow and panel discussion on building. Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Yes. Yeah. Okay. You can close the door. Okay. Should we? Yeah. Yes. Good afternoon. I welcome panel members and you all for Grow and panel discussion on building a community. We are happy today to hear from experts about the importance of building a community, the challenges involved, and how we can improve the networking. In a small attempt, Grow N was initiated with the vision of creating a platform for academicians, industry personnel, and policymakers for exchanging the ideas, communicating the research, and nurturing the future leadership. I'm thankful to Professor Biswal for sharing the idea of Grow N with me and making me a part of it. So I now invite Professor Basudev Biswal to share a brief overview of history and objectives of the Grow N. Thank you.
Yeah, very good afternoon. I think I'm audible. So, yeah, thanks, Binay. And also, I'm very thankful to the organizers, Rajiv, Hasid, and for giving time and space for Grow N. And actually, we thought of starting the panel discussion directly, and then one of our team members, um, Solomon Bimal, he said that it's better to give a brief overview and a bit of history because many people don't know what is Grow N. And just to give an example, although it started from IIT Bombay, but now it's pretty much everyone. So I don't think it's needed to be written like in any city from IIT Bombay anymore, at least. And what I will tell now is my very personal perspective of how I view the community and how discussion with others basically prompted to form this Grow N platform. And and first of all, I would like to acknowledge many initiatives taken from India. For example, Indian Society for Hydraulics, and then there is Indian Water Resources Society. There are many initiatives that we know, many initiatives that we don't know, and small initiatives that are taken and they never actually take off. And the main shared objective is to unite people. So, but the question is whether we have been successful or not. That we should maybe think. And for example, if we ask, is there any single conference in India where we can meet everybody? Of course, everybody cannot attend, but almost everybody. And for example, in AGU or EGU, and if we see, almost everybody from the American water resource community, they attend AGU. If you are going, you're very likely to meet anybody you wanted to meet. But same thing we cannot say, that is happening in India. And what are the shortcomings and what we can do to fill this critical gap? That is the purpose of Grow N. And we have not formed a proper society to do some activities, but the purpose is to bring people together. And so far our activity limited to only digital platforms, and we will share that with you, and let people talk to each other. And what I wanted to also emphasize that today there was this technical session, and I was the chair with Binay, and there were 8 or 9 presenters, and apart from the presenters, there was only one person, who was not the presenter. So pretty much like talking to each other. So the point that I wanted to tell that we are not taking conferences very seriously, and conferences are the best places to exchange ideas. We read paper, but mostly we don't understand, what is written. And unless we meet the person and ask and talk, it is very difficult to understand the objectives and the philosophy behind a study. And that is why conferences happen, and we had a great culture doing that. If we see what we are having, like Kumbh Mela, that was originally a conference for knowledge exchange, and now it is pretty much like ritual. We go and take a dip and come back, but we've completely forgotten the real purpose of conferences, to meet and exchange ideas. So when I came to India, and I had a few observations. I did my PhD, by the way, in Italy, and I did a postdoc after that in IISc. And when I was doing IISc, I did not have fun to even travel. But after I became faculty in IIT Hyderabad in 2013, and I generally ask people, where people are meeting and all. And generally, you'll find that people are talking to each other to meet in AGU or EGU in India. And if you go to AGU, this is my observation, personal observation. Somebody may be disagreeing. So you will find that Indians are, getting into the corner and, forming a cluster, a group, talking to each other, and not talking to Americans or Europeans that much, because we also don't know how to approach a, person. So one funny experience that I had, so I saw two students talking to each other very seriously, and after a while, I realized that both are from the same institution and from the same department. So if you have to travel like 6,000 miles, or more than that, to talk to each other, what we can do actually in the department itself, then we should think that maybe we are not actually having proper avenues for talking to each other. And so that was the thought. So I tried to tell about that to many people, and almost everybody agrees with me that we should have some platforms, some conferences to meet people. And I'm pretty sure that those who attended this conference, they're feeling good by meeting their colleagues, who they did not see for a long time. So in AWaRe 2017, I was talking this to Rajiv. He was here, Rajiv Maiti, and Dhanya. I think that everybody knows them. Dhanya and Satkumar. He's also my former colleague, and he's now having a company. And all of them agreed that maybe we should take some initiative. And we had a lot of brainstorming sessions. We met online. I mean, at least 10 times we have met, and we discussed that we'll create a platform, and maybe we'll create actually a series of workshops, and meet people, and maybe out of that something will come out. Maybe we'll try to create a bigger platform after that. And the name actually we gave is Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi stands for Hydrology Federation for Federation of India. And unfortunately, at that time I was shifting to from IIT Hyderabad to IIT Bombay. So the discussion could not continue because I got busy in the shifting, and there were other regions also, and entire actually discussion stopped, and nothing continued. So then I took some time, and again I started talking to people in the department of IIT Bombay, and all of my colleague again agreed, and Professor Eldo was here. He was very supportive that we should do something. And then from the previous experience, I knew that big things are not working. So let us take a very small step, just unite the group people in the students only. So in departments, we have remote sensing also, and ocean engineering also. So if we combine, total students are about 80 around, and the faculty members are about 15. And we thought, why not just unite them first? And how to do that? So we organized regular meetings we had. For example, we'll have one session on a topic, and we'll discuss it. And to make it attractive to people to join, we will keep also snacks, tea and coffee. So of course, initially few meetings were very successful, and slowly the number of people were going down, but still it was maintaining a very good number. And unfortunately, COVID happened, and then everything stopped. I also got very busy with a lot of personal things, so nothing happened during the COVID period. After COVID period, I think Hasid, if he's here, so he and few others, I think he has gone out. So we're asking like why it stopped and why we cannot, continue the activities. And I said that if some students come forward, then we will have. So then some few students actually came forward, and then we resumed our activities again, monthly discussion and some other activities. And finally, so IIT Bombay, there was a good opportunity. The Institute of Eminence Fund that provided for events. So I said this is an excellent opportunity to conduct the event and bring maybe people from other institutes and also talk to them about this idea. And that is how this Grow 25 conference happened in January 2025. And several people, Professor KP Sudhir was there, and several other people were there. And Vinay also attended, and we had actually discussion session just like this one, how to do. And everybody said that let us plan a bigger and involve people from other institutions, but nobody told how to do it. So when I called a meeting and I said, if somebody can come forward to take some responsibility, and only I saw Bina coming forward, so that is why he's working with me. And so that is about Grow N. And I'll just tell about, we have main activities are happening in WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp group, and we have a Google group also. WhatsApp group has about 400 members, and the description also you can find. I think we have a website also. You can find some information. That is, it's a under actually building stage, so we are going to put more and more information. And we have a blog. The blog is there from the very beginning, 2018 only. So many students have written articles, and faculty members also have written articles on how to, on different ideas. It may be your research paper, a summary of a research paper to reach out to a bigger audience, or it can be also, how to, find a PhD position. So it can be on any topic. And so anybody is interested, I, suggest strongly that you can write to me and or our team, and we can publish your article on Grow N blog. And so here are the benefits of joining Grow N. So many people, if you are already in WhatsApp group, you know that some people are already posting message on how to find some data or asking question, and somebody is replying, and some maybe important paper that is published on, let us say, climate change impact assessment. So these discussions are already happening. So if you be in touch, then you will actually be part of the discussion also. And also finding jobs, particularly for students, it is very difficult to know where the jobs are, particularly PhD persons, postdoc persons. And also for faculty members, it is very difficult to know where the candidates are, the students who are interested, where they are. So if somebody posts an ad, other people also see. That's a very good way to bridge this gap. And then this conference like this, it is very difficult to, because I have organized a conference when I was in IIT Hyderabad. And we literally spent 8 days to collect email IDs, because, and that is also like forcing students, okay, that you have to target this institution, find all the people working in water resources. It's a painful job. Whoever has organized a conference, we know that it's a painful job to conduct a conference, and contact people. And even with so much effort by Rajiv Gandhi and Hasid, I was expecting a much bigger audience, and it's very difficult. So at least we can have a platform where we can put the information, and other people know that conference is happening. And as I said, students also, they can find mentors. Like sometimes students say, you have your advisor, of course, but you need more than what your advisor can have. So if you're meeting some people and you know their ideas are matching, then maybe you can have a personal conversation with them. And you can write blog articles about your ideas. And if somebody is interested to contribute to our team activities, there are many things like website designing, and we are looking for volunteers. And it is an excellent opportunity to gain leadership experience. And the way we have formed the admin structure is pretty much horizontal, and you take some leadership and some initiative, and we are not going to interfere too much unless it is deviating from the original objective. So please approach. You can actually talk to us after this discussion session. And so this is the team, me, myself, Bimal, and Binay, and few other students, they have joined. So we are expecting at least 5-6 students will join in a month or two. And this is These are actually the QR codes for the WhatsApp group and Google group. If you have not joined, so please you can scan and join. I think I will hand over to Vinay after this. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Vasudev, for introducing the history and the objectives of the GROW-N. I would now take the pleasure of inviting the panel members. I now invite Professor Julfikar Ahmed, Professor of Hydraulics and Water Resources Engineering from IIT Roorkee, and Professor Somendranath Kuiri from IIT Madras, Dr. Ravi Galkate from NIH Bhopal, Dr. Gaurav Misuria from NIT Calicut, and Dr. Rajiv Gandhi from NIT Bhopal to come to the dais. Uh, yes. Sir, I think we would like to start the session in this way. We have few questions to you, and we would like to know your perspective on those questions. And once we are done with it, and we will open the session to the audience, and they will have discussion or they will interact with you all. Sir, I think I would like to ask Vasudev to start the first question.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll start with Professor Ahmed, and I would like to, being the senior most member in the panel, your experience in the community and what you felt, throughout your career.
Well, first, I would like to add here, I mean, the initiative of the GROW-N. This is a wonderful initiative. I also used to say my students and Dr. Vinay, you work in a group. Unless or until you work in a group, your learning is your growth that will be very limited. I remember my days of PhD, we had one computer center at IIT Roorkee, and I had to, you see, there was a one matrix, and that one I have to get the inverse of that one. I was just struggling, okay, because for that I supposed to write a subroutine for that. I mean, at that time, the subroutines that were not available. Okay, so there was a one guy who was sitting just, you see, on my side. He told me, I have. He just transferred that one to me. I added that one in my program, and I run that. That is the beauty of the communities. And in particular, again, I am saying to you, in particular, the students, right? You must work in a group. The learning will be so fast. While you are writing a paper or you are writing your dissertation, I have seen some of my students, those who are working in the isolation, right? And they are not up to mark in writing the papers. You see, you might be knowing that as far as the technical contents are concerned, our technical contents are much better than the foreigner authors. But we are very, you see, very much weak in the editorial part. We are not referring the figure in the text. We are not referring the references in the text, right? These are the things that comes through the communities, right? All the time the supervisor will be not available to say such type of the things. So it is a very important to live in the community, to interact with the community, and learn from the communities. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. It's very nice point. Maybe I'll just ask the same question to Soumitra and then Dr. Ravi.
Uh, Thank you, Vasudev. And I'd like to thank all the administrators first for this group, and of course, all the members and those who are listening to us. Uh, Actually, we needed a platform that is a digital platform because in today's world, sometimes we want to communicate very quick, and for that, WhatsApp become like a, an excellent platform. So when Grow invitation came to me in WhatsApp, I thought at least this is a quick platform where I can read through, learn something, and if I know something, if someone asks me something, I can answer. So that was my intention. So from that perspective, I think all these societies, what you see, means all over the world, there will be conference, maybe once in a year. You can exchange your ideas, you go there one time. But nowadays things are different. So from that perspective, this is an excellent initiative, and I would say this should be more student centric. We are faculty, we are busy with something. Why I'm telling this is student centric? Quite often students get stuck in research, and sometimes the topic they are working, hardly few students are working, maybe in the same group or maybe somewhere else, and they struggle. But now this has become a big platform. You just tell your, means ask your question there. I'm sure someone will give you some clues. I can tell you my story. When I was doing PhD in IIT Kharagpur, I was developing code for flood modeling with finite volume method, and it was not that popular like people will be writing code in those days. I'm talking about in 2003-4, and I got stuck in one place.
And the professors communities that are living in the campus, then why our interaction is only limited to classroom? Why not in the coffee shop? Why not at the other places? And this is very, very important. See, if you go in the foreign universities, the professor will meet you maybe during the lunch time or the coffee time and having the interaction there. You will not get time in a normal schedule of the professor because they are busy in the some other endeavors. So this practice that we have to bring, okay, in our society also, we should not limit the interaction only in the classroom, right? This vision, you see, that is to be widened, right? And let us meet in the some other areas, I mean the some other platform, right? And to have the discussion. This is very much required. One thing that is very important is, you see, the hesitations that the students are having talking to the professors. Once you will sit in the coffee shop, right, you will discuss the other topics also in addition to the academic, right? Then of course your hesitations that will go, and you will be in better position to have a conversation of your research work, academic work, okay, with the professors. So this is very much needed in India, and since we are 100% residential, we have the lot of the opportunity, okay, in the sports complex, in the coffee shop, restaurant, okay, right, that we can do. And this practice we have to bring that one. If that is not we are doing that, okay, or partially we are doing that, then we have to bring that. This is very, very much that is required.
Yeah, Soumendra, just highlight the limitation as per you.
Yeah, I think this is a long-standing problem. Uh, Earlier days, even in family, kids were scared of father. They did not ask question. So it all started from there. In school, we would not ask questions to teachers. And maybe the question is right, but it may offend someone. So something else will happen. And it happened also. So many other things are there. But in the present context, I would say, uh, at this situation, the onus is on faculties. I think they have to become friendly. And it's not like every week I'll be meeting with my students. If I call for a meeting or research meeting or discussion meeting, then what will happen? They know that this is technical meeting. And wherever I'm weak, I have to cover it up. Best thing is what Professor Julfikar is telling. This I do. I learned it in IT Kharagpur. Uh, in general, in Kharagpur, we say, if you don't take 4,000 cups of tea, your PhD is not going to happen. So that was the means popular concept. Best thing is take them to a place where they can freely express. Because express means not only research, many other things. While discussing many other things, one or two difficult questions will come out. We can discuss, we can resolve. I think this culture we need to develop. And this we have to promote from faculty side. And after some times, I think they will not hesitate to ask odd question or even silly question. I think then things will be flat. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Soumendra. I think what he made important point is that it is not just student who need to make effort. Also, the faculty member also need to, professor also need to make effort to make students comfortable. Yeah, Doctor.
Actually, I can't say much on this because we have very different culture in our organizations because we are working in the central government organizations. Definitely, I had my experience up to my graduation, PGs up to. Then exactly that thing is there because there is a gap between professors and students many times hesitate. And I appreciate the efforts and what our professors they are saying. The students should come forward and they should not hesitate to talk with the faculty. Whatever the problem, even as he has rightly said, even if the silly questions are there, they can ask. But many times students are they sometimes they are not comfortable. But as far as in our organizations, if we are addressing any research issue or any project issue, then we do not any option to be there with our right from director to our research assistant. So all team we have to work. So we have got little bit different culture, but still yes, that gap should be breached. There will be more interaction between the professors and the students. That's what I think.
Actually, I agreed with Kuri sir and Emma sir. The thing is, most of the discussion we can have during the lunch break and coffee break. And what, as Kuri sir said, that initiative should come from the faculty side. Most of the time, faculty may be busy. I just want to add on that we can also initiate that from our side. Like we can also ask some time for the tea break or coffee break. So that means ultimate gist is this only, that we means, as sir said, that discussion can happen only beyond the classroom, but how it has to happen, that ball can be break if they didn't get time, that we can ask them to come with us or have some tea or coffee, and then we can discuss informal discussion. And then we will not hesitate also. So if we are going in a conference or somewhere, so if we are going first time, we will hesitate, like how to reach a professor, how to start a conversation to him. But if we have that practices, then I think we are much more comfortable to start conversation with anyone, and then we can grow more. Again, with the same platform also, we can, I think that if we can join this platform, that will help us to improve such things also.
Okay, so there is not much to add actually. I think every point has been covered in this view. So only thing is, like, we can be more open, but however open we are, students should come forward. So some of my students are here, so they can probably say that my doors are always open for students. But like if students are not willing to come, then it is not the issue actually. So people should learn how to talk and then how to approach the professor. So that is the much required point.
Maybe I will add just one line. Sometimes why this does not happen, and this is my observation. What happens quite often means when I was a student, it's not like suddenly I become faculty. So most of the time, what happens, students, if you are not putting proper effort in your means whatever task is there, if you're not putting proper effort, more trials, and then you'll be hesitating more to ask question. So give your part, and then automatically you will get confidence that no, I have done my job. It's not happening means it's not happening. I don't know this part means I don't know. So I need to means reach out. Then you'll get a confidence because you have all the backup. Most of the time, the discussion does not happen because the other side is not ready for the discussion, and that creates the means this gap. I think, and this is means like it. We cannot solve it in other way around. Like if I see one of my students who is never prepared, who is not doing his or her job, and I'll go for friendly discussion, I don't think this will happen for long. So this we have to make sure. Our thing we have to do.
Yeah, thanks for the.
Yeah. We often see, I mean, my question to Professor Ahmed, my question to Professor Ahmed and Dr. Ravi and Dr. Gaurav, we often see limited participations from the Indian research communities for the conferences organized in India. For example, Hydro, we also see some 500 or 600 participants. AWaRe, or the conference that I have organized by myself, 100 or 120 participants. But if we see AGU and DGU, we see huge number of participation, right? So, I mean, why it is becoming difficult to attract the participants for the conferences that are organized in India, and how this could be overcome?
You see, the first thing is we have to give the importance of the paper that is included in the proceedings of the national conferences. Most of the time, we give the preference to the papers that is published in the international conferences proceedings. So we have to change our mindset first, right? If you give the preference of the Indian conferences proceeding papers, right, the more and more participants that will join. So we have to make this one attractive. The funds is not the position nowadays. You see our registration fee compared to the international conferences, that is nowhere, right? Even that is not 10%. Travel is, cost is also nothing. And the students are nowadays getting the support from the institution. So as far as you see, if you'll see from that one, from the financial point of view, that is not a question at all. The question here is what importance that we are giving to the papers that is published in the international conferences proceedings. I think we have to change our mindset, right? Even though once we are going for the recruitment, we are not giving the weightage, right? Once we'll change it, of course, there will be more and more participation.
Your perspective.
I think as far as I will talk about the NIH, as far as actually in our institute, if I say why people don't go, I got permission to attend 2 conferences in a year. Now there is one restriction. So I think there is similar restrictions from other research organizations also. So that is one reason. And other is uh, in government institutions, say we have also got competition and some we get in our annual appraisal the credit if we attend the conferences and we publish the research papers. But if we publish research paper, we get more weightage than the conference. That may be the one reason, because people want to publish their work in the journals so that they can get good weightage in their appraisal. So that may be the one reason. And moreover, the for attending these conferences, the institutional that I said limited, you have got limitations to attend. But as far as the students they are concerned, uh, they have got some, I think, while they are completing their PhDs and MTechs, they need some conferences and research papers. So I think there should be more participation from the academicians, research journal, uh, research scholars, MTech students, and as far as the government participation should also be there. Uh, and one thing I would like to say is that as far as this Raju, this conference is concerned, I did not see much participation from the state government actually. Actually, we are talking about the water, which is a state issue. And they are the really stakeholders, because we have seen number of problems in the state which are being faced in real implementation, like Jal Jeevan missions, Atal Bhujal, sedimentation issues there, river basin planning, and many other issues are there. So those state people should also be involved, so that we can increase our visibility and we can improve our participation in the conferences. That's what I think. Right.
Regarding the importance of conference and journal, actually it is again discipline specific. Discipline specific. For example, at one point of time, I was traveling in train by a very famous professor, that is Professor Sankhayan Chatterjee, also from Kolkata University. Okay, and he was telling that in computer science and engineering, conferences are given more weightage than the journal paper, because they say that computer science is a science which develops every moment, every moment. Today morning, whatever is latest, today evening it will become old. Okay, so that's why they mostly give importance to the conferences, but which is not true for specialization like mechanical engineering or civil engineering, where most of the latest developments are placed in the journal paper, and that too nowadays. Of course, there is one point, is that what is the impact factor and all those things. That has created, or that has made everything turmoil. Okay, I think you should also look into it.
Yeah, thank you for the comment. And yeah, Gaurav, you can just add your perspective. Then I have another question for.
Like, I don't have much to say, but the thing what sir has raised, the weightage for the conference in most of the interviews and means if we are going for a job is very less. So generally we don't means people don't prefer. Even the work which they submit in the conferences is not of that quality which they are publishing in journals. So they have an impression that in conference only if you want to roam around you are going like that, but rather as you pointed out we have to explore other means we have to explore the other things which is actually for which the actually conference mean to be, as you said in the beginning, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, we had some very specific questions on that, but due to lack of time, we are actually trying to limit. So the last question before giving the mic to the audience, to Soumendra, because Soumendra and Rajiv, because both of you are now active participants of the WhatsApp community. So the very specific question is if you have seen any deficiency and that can be addressed. So you let us know.
One thing what I realized, most of the faculty side, we are discussing more among ourselves. Someone has published something, then what is the topic? research contribution, where we are applying. And I think students, I think most of the time they are silent observers. Uh, I think it should be other way around. Somehow we need to take them on board, and they should pose questions, they should discuss. Somehow I tell this thing, maybe this may help the students. I always tell our students that in everything else you can hide your part, but as far as research is concerned, two things are important. First thing, if everything is going smooth in your research work, I think that's a dumb research. And if you are getting stuck somewhere, and if you're not able to resolve it, you're going through sleepless nights, that means something excellent is going to happen. Okay. And there you should reach out. So they should actively participate. Somehow we have to encourage. If they participate, you'll see that the dynamics will change. Somehow we have to bring them. And at the same time, maybe like state offices, if they also discusses what type of problems they have, they need some kind of uh, new solution or new suggestion. If they also pose questions, I think the dynamics will be in a different way. Instead of just discussing what we have published, what are the good contribution points, they are there already. But I think some new things should come into the forum.
Yeah, excellent point. Actually, this is very important point because there are few students who are asking questions and getting also very good answer. Yesterday, somebody, I don't remember the name, somebody asked me a question and I was not an expert. I said, why don't you, join GrowN and ask this question? I'm pretty sure that you will get at least one or two questions. So please keep this mind and don't hesitate.
Yeah. So I think Grow and WhatsApp group actually the initiative was very nice actually. But the thing is, recently I think we have collected one feedback form in Grow and WhatsApp group about the volume of the messages. So and then I have also posted the feedback, and I hope you have got the similar feedback from everyone. The number of congratulations or the people congratulating each other, that should be avoided actually. So because the thing is, it spams the group and it will not take the discussion forward. So it should be in an active and conflicting discussion should happen in the WhatsApp group, so that we should get some two ideas which are opposite to each other, and then the discussion should grow in a debatable point of view, and then maybe in that sense we may learn a bit more. So this is the thing that I just wanted to add in the WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we actually read all the feedback very carefully, and we're trying our best to address all of them because different people have different perspective. It is very hard to, satisfy everybody's expectation. So we're trying hard, and I think we should give also opportunity to the audience. If you have question, I'm seeing that Professor Pichkula, he's already having some questions ready. So if you can. Yeah, but I can see actually, for maybe suggestions, whatever.
Thank you, sir. Particularly, when I ask one question, what are the young faculty are expecting these days? Uh, what are the young faculty are expecting these days? I mean, for the growth of their career or something. So it is very clear that properly, as Rajiv Gandhi also said that we need to focus on the practical issues what are being faced by the society these days. So, and you have experience and exposure, and we have some kind of enthusiasm and yeah, I mean these two things should be connected and should go together. So in that sense, the initiatives what you have taken in this grow n are very much likely. Those objectives are aligned in that direction. So it is the matter of time which will tell us how we can solve the things. But my point is that better if we take one particular problem and let us work out on that, and if we are come to some kind of solution or something, then we can showcase that. So like that, if we are adding up all those problems being solved under the umbrella of GrowN, then we can just improvise our things, and automatically that will sound and people will attract, and they will come to us. I think that is one thing.
Yeah, excellent. Actually, what he said, we heard one during the India-Pakistan conflict, particularly related to Indus water. There was some discussion happened, and I spoke to Dr. Sarad Jain and asked him that if we can have a discussion, formal discussion on this, maybe some people who are interested can come together, so we'll have such things in mind, and maybe invite people to have discussion every now and then. Any other? Yeah. Please tell your name also.
Myself, Tulsidar Jipkade. I'm from VNIT Nagpur. So I would like to add one more point why there is a less participation in the international conference. So many students are means in the first point is that in the brochure they are writing that they are going to publish this work as a book chapter in Scopus Index as a proceeding, but later on they denied that we will not publish it. So this is the one point. Second point is that the publication time required is more. As I'm just giving an example, I'm not blaming anyone. In case of Hydro 2023, it was organized by NIT Warangal. If anyone is from NIT Warangal, don't offend. They publish that proceeding as a book chapter in December 2024. So it took means around 12 months, 1 year. So one can think that rather than going to any conference, why should not he modify or advance the results of same paper and can publish in a journal? Journal also scenario is different one, but these 2 points may be the reason.
Excellent, points. I would say that very practical problems he is saying, and I can, if I can ask you, can you write a blog article in GrowN and highlight these points, because this should be a part of broader discussion, because this is maybe one of the reasons why conference participation we are not actually getting. So any. Yeah, I mean, it should be. I believe that it's maybe a general problem for many people, so it should be highlighted and discussed. So yes.
Hello, myself Sandeep Mai, working as a faculty member in Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering. It's a private engineering college. Now our college is autonomous, so we are having some kind of a courses of open elective, professional elective courses, and honor courses. Just now we are going to float next year course honors, that is a water management in changing climate scenario. Actually, we don't have that much connect. But yesterday I had a discussion with this sir, and I got information about the GrowN. So where they will require some kind of inputs. So in terms of a curriculum, the curriculum is going to be for the civil engineering students, as well as the open elective courses they are taken by the other branches. That is mechanical, ENTC, computer, and all these things. Yeah. The question is that, question means, I think this platform is going to be helpful to us. And similarly, we are working on small ground reality problems. So if the opportunity is given, we want to share this one. Similarly, as the teaching learning process is changing, so how to engage the students and how the teaching pedagogy can be changed so that it will become effective. Some of the tools that interaction beyond the classroom that we can discuss. So we have some kind of such things that I think will post on the group, for which we'll get the answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I requested him to write a blog on, because he's doing some excellent work, and the suggestion particularly you are asking, maybe if you put a question related to curriculum, I'm pretty sure that there will be many people willing to give feedback. Any other? Yes.
I would like to add to that Tulsidar's point, that why we are not getting participation, because in the past 4 years I have also attended many national and international conferences. So one thing what I have observed in Indian conferences, we are focusing more on the keynote speakers, and when it is about the participant, we are limiting their time. Like first we will give them 10 minutes, and by the time, since the schedules are delayed, we will give them 3 minutes, and the discussion is also very limited to 1 or 2 questions. And what I've observed in the international conference, they are focusing more on the poster presentations. That is 2 hour or 3 hour of continuous discussion. So I think that we should also think while we are planning for the next Indian conferences.
Yeah, excellent point. In fact, when we organized this conference in January, so we had poster presentations only, because poster actually gives a lot of opportunity to students to interact with faculty and get feedback, rather than this presentation where nobody is there to give feedback. Excellent point. Again, by the way, Rishi is part of Team Groen and he has put a lot of effort also. So, any other question or feedback? So, yeah, anyway, Rajiv, he has told me that we are already too late. I think I'm going to just ask last maybe comment from each person. And then I'll hand over to Rajiv. Yeah, starting from maybe Professor Ahmad. Just last remark, maybe your conclusion or some final, remark. Feedback on this event. On the panel discussion.
Well, just to add, the one thing that I just discussed, we have to give the importance of our own paper. The second thing is what I have seen, once you have some publication in the international journals, right? You are giving the reference of that. You are not giving the reference of your own paper or paper of your fellows, right? We have to give the references of our contribution also, right? Why we are giving only to the giving the importance to the international communities? Why not the national communities? This is the one thing that we have to see. We have to examine this one. We have to give the importance, not only the references, but also we hesitate in using the equations or the formulation that is developed by, the Indians. We are giving the preference to the international communities. That one I have learned from the Professor Raju. Okay, once doing some work, okay, even the consultancy work, he said, no, why not we are using our own equation? Why we are using the equation of the international communities? I think this is the things that we have to change. We have to build up our confidence. We have to give our importance of our own work. We are doing a lot of the work. If you see in the research paper, the international communities is doing the experimental work, very small experimental work, and they are writing many papers. And we are doing a lot of the experimental work, and we are unable to write one paper. That is a very, very important. I think we have to re-examine this. And at outset, I would like to say, we give the importance of our own work, right? If you have to build up the nation, if you have to build up our own, right, then the importance that is to be given, right? Thank you.
Thanks. Just to want to add that when I joined IIT Hyderabad, the first meeting, general faculty meeting. So then Professor, our director, he actually made the exact same point that we actually, don't have a culture of citing each other, and this is one of the reasons we're lagging behind. Yeah. So Samindra.
I think I would talk about grow mainly, and should I talk this session? Yeah, I think no. What my point is, I would like to tell everybody that we were looking for one quick discussion forum for long-term effect, and where we can get immediate feedback, or we can learn something, or if I have done something and if I feel that this can be useful to others, I want to disseminate. I think there is a forum, and that is Grow N, and it is our collective responsibility from both, means from our side, student side, government agency side, private partners, how to utilize it in the best way. I think if we all do it carefully, I think we will get a benefit after some time. It won't take much time. Just we have to use it a little bit with the responsibility. I think then things will be done. Thank you.
I think I am repeating the same thing. Actually, when you are doing research, we need to do very hard work. And during that time, you need to know the number of things like how to formulate a problem, which methodology to be adopted, and how to do the reviews, and how to run the model, how to do analysis. So in that case, I think knowledge sharing is very important, and you can share with your knowledge. Uh, if we have such a one big group where the huge knowledge is available, you can raise your queries, and get your problem, you can get it solved. Or if you have that knowledge, you can share that knowledge with the person who need that information or who need that knowledge. So I think it will be great opportunity for all the group members to take up their research to a upper level and to big heights. I think that group will definitely help if that group there, if the peoples contribute to the particular group. Thank you.
So, sir, it's actually within half an hour we got insight of many points like importance of interaction and why we are lagging attracting means why we are lagging the participation in the conferences. So, within this half an hour of the discussion, we have many points now on these topics. So we can imagine that if we are having more such discussion, then we can grow faster in that. I think. Uh, Though I was also a part of that growth, sir, if you remember earlier before COVID. But as you, yeah, in the beginning I was there. Then, yeah. So I think it will be good for me at least. Means for a student as well as for the faculty. Like means the I don't know if I can say young faculty or not, but it would be good for us also.
So excellent points, Gaurav. So now the discussion that we had today. So there are some key takeaways today. So key takeaways are like this: like we need to interact more, and the idea of threads, it might be implemented soon. Maybe we can focus on the website of GrowN, so that we can, like, just like Reddit, we can just have a thread where we can discuss on this particular topic, and the topic can continue to grow on that area. So that, and the next kind of thing is the delay in the publications, as you have pointed out. So from our conference point of view, I can just add a point here. So we are focusing on 3 book chapters from this conference, and for each book chapter we have kept 4 editors each, and each editor will work from now on till the publication, and the publication is due till August. And this is the key point that generally Indian conferences miss, as I observed till now. So I think maybe we'll be able to solve this problem right now, and maybe we can take it forward in the other conferences in which are happening in India also. Thank you.
For joining the WhatsApp group of GrowN and the Google group of GrowN, I would request you all to scan the QR code and yeah. Sure. Sure. We will share it. Okay, that is better. That's better. I'm thankful to all the panel members, for giving the different perspectives, on different questions that we have asked. I could see, many different answers which are actually more relevant for making the participation of the Indian research communities on the different platforms. So I could see, regarding the posters, some of the suggestions on the poster sessions, or the having threads on the different topics for having the discussions and the interactions, and problem and the specific solutions, and how the student-centric approach should be there from their end to get answers for the problems that they are facing it. And yeah, these are all the different things that we got to know from this particular panel discussion. I'm again thankful to all the panel members for giving their time and efforts in giving their perspective. Thank you. And by the way, I'm more thankful to AWaRe team for giving us this chance to have insightful panel discussion with the eminent members from the community. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
इसमें? आप मैं नंबर भेज दीजिए, हम डाउनलोड कर लेंगे फटाफट। हाँ, एक मिनट, इसको कर दो। क्या करना है? अब करते हैं अपन। तुम्हारा व्हाट्सएप वगैरह लॉग इन करो, जो करना है। नंबर बताओ। 75 656 86 100 विभा बीटेक। यस सर।
तो मेरा बस लास्ट को ही ड्यूटी है,
हाँ सर।
इन बिटवीन तो बुलाएंगे नहीं।
आपकी रुतुजा मैम का एड्रेस, हाँ वो, हाँ वोट ऑफ थैंक्स वाले।
ना और ठीक राजेश सर।
Good afternoon to each and everyone present here. First of all, I would like to request the dignitaries to occupy their position on stage. Our today's chief guest, Dr. Ravi Galkate, Scientist F, Regional Head NIH Bhopal. Guest of honor, Dr. Zaid Ahmed, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, IIT Roorkee. In charge director, Professor Selen Jain. HOD Civil, Professor Mukul Kulsresh. HOC, Professor Vishnu Prasad. Conference Chairperson, Professor Ruchi Khare. Now, I would like to request Professor Shailin Jain to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Ravi Galkate, NIH Bhopal. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Professor H.L. Tiwari to join to welcome our guest. Guest. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Professor M.K. Chaudhary to welcome our in charge director, Professor Shailin Jain. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rutuja Chavan to welcome HOD Civil, Professor Mukul Kulsresh. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. Hashit to welcome HOC Dr. Vishnu Prasad. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rajiv Gandhi to welcome Chairperson Dr. Ruchi Khare. Thank you, sir. As the sun sets on this remarkable day, we gather once again, but this time with hearts full of gratitude, minds enriched with knowledge, and spirits inspired by the incredible journey we have shared together over the past few days. Today marks the conclusion of AWaRe 2025, the first international conference on advances in water resources, and what an extraordinary journey it has been. When we began this conference with great enthusiasm and high expectations, we knew we were embarking on something special. But what we have experienced over these days has exceeded even our most optimistic hopes. We have witnessed groundbreaking research presentations, engaged in thought provoking discussions, forged meaningful collaborations, and creating lasting bonds that will continue long after we leave this auditorium. The theme, transforming water resources engineering for a sustainable future, has not remained merely words on paper. Through your active Through your active participations, insightful contributions, and collaborative spirits, you have brought this theme to life. You have demonstrated that when brilliant minds come together with a shared purpose, transformation is just not possible, it is inevitable. Today, as we celebrate the successful conclusion of AWaRe 2025, we also celebrate each one of you, delegates, professors, and industry professionals who have made this conference a resounding success. In the continuation of our valedictory ceremony, I would like to invite Dr. Rutuja Chavan, Organizing Secretary, to present an overview of the conference. Please, ma'am.
Namaskar and very good afternoon to everyone present here. As we gather for valedictory session of first international conference on advances in water resources AWaRe 2025, organized by Department of Civil Engineering and Center of Excellence in Water Management MANIT Bhopal in association with Central Water Commission, it fills us with a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. We extend our warmest welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Ravi Galgate, our guest of honor, Professor Z. Ahmed, in charge director, Professor Shailendra Jain, Professor Mukul Kulshrestha, head of the Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Vishnu Prasad, head of Center of Excellence in Water Management, and Professor Ruchi Khare, chairperson of this conference. We are equally pleased to welcome our respected faculty colleagues, delegates, research scholars, and students who have contributed their time, intellect, and presence over past 3 days. This 3-day conference theme on transforming water resources engineering for a sustainable future has been the outcome of nearly a year-long collaborative effort, and we are truly proud of what we have achieved together. It has served as a vibrant platform for meaningful interdisciplinary exchange, innovations in research, and future-focused discussions on sustainable water resources management. We have received more than 160 research papers across globe, out of which 132 papers have presented over here. We had the privilege of hosting over 200 participants, including leading researchers, engineers, scientists, policymakers, and young professionals from across India and beyond. Our keynote sessions were led by globally renowned experts. Professor K.G. Rangaraju, former professor IIT Roorkee, Professor Mukund Babel, AIT Bangkok, Professor Carlo Guletri, University of Napoli, Professor T.I. Eldo, IIT Bombay, Professor Zulfikar Ahmed, IIT Roorkee, Professor Manish Goel, IIT Indore, Professor S.N. Curie, IIT Madras, Professor Raju Maiti, IIT Kharagpur, Professor Raju Bhattacharya, IIT Guwahati, Professor Uma Mahesh, NIT Warangal, and Mr. Vikas Rajoria, Superintending Engineer and Project Administrator, Water Resources Department, MP Government. Their thought-provoking talks set the tone for an engaging and insightful event. Throughout the conference, we conducted 13 technical sessions with scholarly papers presented on topics such as innovations in hydraulics, sustainable river engineering and river training, catchment hydrology and integrated watershed management, surface water, hydroinformatics and advanced data analytics, the green and blue nexus. Selected high quality papers will soon be published by Springer Nature and some of the papers in the Journal of Water Management Modeling. The conference also featured Ideathon, a platform for innovative solutions with a special focus on Bhopal's challenges, IHR Young Professional Network, fostering early career research collaboration, Grow and Panel, dedicated to inclusive and community-driven knowledge sharing. AWaRe 2025 was made possible by the strong backing of Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, Anusandhan National Research Foundation, Department Science and Technology, technically partnered NIH, CGWP, IHR and ABCD Center, Chennai. Industry sponsor, Ether Engineers, ADK Instruments, Flow 3D Hydro, NHDC, Follow the Constructions and Infrastructure, Sai Sanket Industries, Lakshmi Civil Engineering Services, and RMS Consultancy and Contractors. We are truly grateful for their support. Finally, I extend sincere appreciation to the faculty team, organizing committee, student volunteers, and all behind the scenes contributors whose dedication brought this conference to life. As we know, draw this event to a successful conclusion, we look forward to carrying a momentum forward through the future collaborations, continued research, and collective actions for water sustainability. Thank you once again for being part of AWaRe 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Professor Ruchi Khare, the chairperson of Conference AWaRe 2025, to address the gathering.
So, respected dignitaries on the stage, our respected chief guest of honor, director sir, HOD sir, and HOC sir. Now, this is the last session of valedictory of the conference AWaRe 2025. As I understand, this is the first international conference on advances in water resources. I'm very much sure that it will be organized every year by our institute with the same enthusiasm as it is done in this year. As I said in inaugural session also, this was a long journey of more than a year. Now, all the faculty, staff, and students will be observing that it is one of the best conferences held in our institute, not only our institute, in our department also. All keynote lectures were very informative and meaningful, based on the field problems, especially lectures of Professor K.G. Rangaraju, Professor Aldo, Professor Julfikar Ahmad, Professor Vikas Rajoria. They were really very informative and very good. This all credit goes to the three coordinators of this conference, Dr. Rutuja, Dr. Hashid, and Dr. Rajiv. As we know, organizing such a conference at large scale is just like organizing a marriage at your home. So they were, from initially, they could understand that Udyameni hi siddhyanti karyani manorathe. Nahi suptasya sinhasya pravishyanti mukhe mriga. So they'll have to work hard, so they worked for it for the year along. And they could understand it very well. I appreciate the teamwork, coordination, and sincerity of all in all aspects of this conference for all these coordinators. All of these are very young, and I know that the son of Rituja is only 2 years old, as you can understand, and she was here for 3 or 4 days up to 12 a.m. night to 1 a.m. in the night also. She worked for this one. So this should be highly appreciated. As a mother, it was very difficult for her to manage all these, and it should be appreciated at every front. Similar was the case of the Dr. Hashid also, and Dr. Rajiv also. I appreciate all the PhD scholars, the student coordinators of this conference, especially the Upkar Singh, Farooq, Suniti Kumari, Manjeet Daharia, Veena, Alok, Manoj, Kundan Sahu, Vishal Gupta, Vivek Srivastav, Pragya, Ravikant Kumar, Vibha, Saksham, Satyam, Deepak, Abhijit, Kundan, Shubhangi, Simran, Prem Narayan, Hari Om, and Vedant, and many more. Unfortunately, if I forgot their names to say here. I hope that this conference will be fruitful, would have given the fruitful outcomes, uh, and they will be reported by the for the concerned authorities for the betterment of the society. So, in all, I appreciate all the coordinators who have directly and indirectly supported here, and all the faculty members who helped us in organizing this conference, especially the head of the Department of Civil Engineering, uh, Dr. Mukul Kulshresht, head of the center, Dr. Vishnu Prasad sir, and over and above, our director sir, Dr. Karunesh Kumar Shukla, and Dean Planning, Dr. SPS Rajput sir, who is the Dean ID of our institute, and he also helped us very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Professor Vishnu Prasad, HOC, Center of Excellence in Water Management, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, respected Chief Guest Ravi Talrate, Scientist F, NIH Bhopal, Dr. Julfitar Ahmed, Professor IIT Roorkee, Civil Engineering Department, Director Dr. Sailen Jain, HOD Civil, Dr. Mutul Tulfrest, Dr. Ruchi Thare, faculty of the department, and delegates of the conference. So this today is the last day of the conference. I hope that all of you have enjoyed the lectures, keynote addresses. I also attended some of the keynote address. They were very good. And from those keynote addresses, especially those who are coming to research or doing work, they will get good ideas for their work. Very good topics. Lectures were delivered. And in technical sessions also, I hope that papers were very good and a lot of learning might have gained by the participants. Lastly, I wish and congratulate to the organizing team for tireless effort and success. For the success of this conference, they working day and night for last 3 days. Unfortunately, in 3 days, Bhopal, it was very hot. Earlier, we were not expecting this. We were expecting that it will be rainy season. But unfortunately, it happened, and you might have faced some problem in stay and other because of this. So that is not in our control. And finally, I wish good luck to all. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Now, I would like to request Professor Mukul Kulsresht, HOD Civil Engineering, to address the gathering.
A galaxy of stalwarts on the dais, of the dais, participants, all my faculty and my dear students. It's always a feeling of, see, 3 days you have been here and it becomes a family. And then it's always a feeling of, with a very heart kind of heart, which is loaded with uh, strange kind of feelings, because you have to go to your home, so that's a good thing, but then it's become a family, so it's time to say goodbye, of course. On a lighter note, of course, madam said that it is at MANIT, it was the best conference. I'm not sure of that, but I'm very sure it was a very hot conference, in the sense that two of our auditoriums, the AC systems went off. Definitely a very hot conference. What was very special was that these three uh, people here, my faculty, they are very young, and it's very rare for young people to come together and organize a conference of this scale. So definitely, I mean, 3 cheers to them. Definitely a lot of hard work. I'm sure, in fact, I'm not just sure. I know that they have worked very hard. For sure, they have worked very, very hard. But still, it happens sometimes, because they are certainly not.
Mind is we should have, okay, one session for the academic and industry interaction. And our industry, if you'll see from a water resources point of view, is WRD, Water Resources Department, right? So we have a close meeting, a close panel discussion with Water Resources Department or other departments or organization, those are working in the water resources, and let us listen what are the problems they are facing. And we are here to solve those problems. That may be one of the research topic for the PhD scholars, for the MTech students. Actually, we are working for them. Whatever the research that we are doing, finally that will be disseminated in the form of some practical use. So we can get the ideas from their problems, and we can formulate the problems, topic for the research work, and finally the outcomes that will be shared with them. I think this is the one thing that we supposed to do in any conferences, maybe in the second edition or some other conferences that will be the organized. At outset, I would like to congratulate all the team members of the organizing committee, and thanks you for calling me here in this symposium. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request our chief guest, Dr. Ravi Galkate, NIH Bhopal, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. All the dignitaries, distinguished guests on the dais and of the dais, all the participants, faculties, and all the members gathered here. So, first of all, it is a proud honor to stand before all the audience here as a chief guest of this AWaRe 2025, the first international conference on advances in water resources. I think this is the landmark, and I should congratulate all the organizers, those who have organized this event. I want to congratulate the Center of Excellence, Department of Civil Engineering, and the MANIT for organizing this fantastic event here. And I want to congratulate all the participants from the different parts of the country, those who came here and presented their paper. And I hope you must have enjoyed the stay in Bhopal, a city of lakes. So, and I think as the name suggests, AWaRe 25. So I think this conference might have made you aware of many, many things. Like what are the different challenges in the water sector and how to deal these challenges through our research. Actually, I was just the chair. I have chaired session in the afternoon, and in general, as per the other conferences also, I have some observations. Like they have done very fantastic work, and all. I know that you all have presented good papers, and you have done a very fantastic work, outstanding work in your area. But my suggestion is that you try to find out the value of your work, whatever the work you have done, whatever the research you have done, how it is beneficial or contributing to which part of the water sources, how it is going to address some issue, particularly in area. That will be again beneficial, and I hope the next, it is the first ever, first conference, and I do not know what is the time when they, what is the next, every year it is going to be organized, or after every 2 years or 3 years, what is their plan, they must be telling. And from the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, from NIH, I congratulate you all the organizations, especially Raju, Hashim, and Ritija and Kare madam. Uh, in last 3 days, I think number of topics covered in the conference, which include innovations in the hydraulics, then sustainable river engineering and river training, catchment hydrology, integrated watershed management, surface water dynamic, hydroinformatics and advanced data analytics, and green and blue nexus. So there were a number of technical sessions, and I hope you all participants might have benefited with this, because if you attend such a conferences, you can discuss many things, and I think most of the participants are, I think, they are the research scholar or MTech students, and I think this conference and presentations, presenting their work, it gives you the confidence and also many ideas to go further with your further research. I once again congratulate all the organizers, MANIT, Center of Excellence and Department of Civil Engineering of the MANIT. And with this word, I stop my presentation. So thank you very much for inviting me, and congratulations to all the participants.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving further, I would like to request our esteemed chief guest and guest of honor to kindly deliver Best Paper Awards to recipients as selected by the chair and co-chairs of respective technical sessions. So, for TS1 of theme Innovation in Hydraulics, Day 1 award goes to Sanjay Kumar Patle. For Day 2 in the same theme, P. Sujit Nair. For the Day 3, Suniti Kumari, myself only. Moving to the next technical session, TS2 of theme Sustainable River Engineering and River Training. The Day 1 award goes to Yampally Priyanka. For Day 2, Umesh Kumar Singh. Moving to the next TS3, Catchment, Hydrology and Integrated Watershed Management. For Day 1, Vinod Kumar Sampath. For Day 2, Chirayu V. Pandit. For Day 3, Ruchir Patidar. For Day 3, Mamta Bisht. For the next theme, Subsurface Water Dynamics, Amit Pandey. For the next theme, Hydroinformatics and Advanced Data Analytics, Vikas Singh Narwaria. For the third day, Ms. Priyansu Jain. For the last theme, Green and Blue Nexus, Ms. Sivani Pandey. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Now, I would like to request to Dr. Hasid to deliver vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. So we are at the last moment of this 3-day event, which we started organizing a year back. And we are so grateful that our delegates are still with us and they enjoyed the event. So as we come close to this truly inspiring valedictory ceremony, my job is to present the vote of thanks. So AWaRe 2025, a journey which is winding up today. I hope this particular path is leading to so many other opportunities, a good source of networking, and future of India to be in good hands, I hope, from the type of presentations, the status of the papers that we received in this particular conference. So first and foremost, I thank Almighty for this, His guidance, His divine guidance, and true interventions whenever we were facing any kind of troubles or confusions. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the chief guest and the guest of honor we who are with us. So I would like to remember one thing, that the chief of guest, Dr. Ravi Galkate from NIH Roorkee. So the time when we had this thought of organizing the conference, me and Dr. Rajiv, who is already working in NIH, we went to meet for a casual meeting with sir. And the kind of support we received from sir, actually, the first thing we had the true motivations. So it is a pleasure to have him with us as a chief of guest here. And the guest of honor, so this is a rare opportunity for me to welcome my own teacher, Professor Zulfikar Ahmed, professor from IIT Roorkee. Actually, we started the inauguration ceremony with my teacher's teacher, Professor KG Rangaraju, and we are winding up this particular conference with the presence of my teacher, Professor Zulfikar Ahmed. So this is so special for me. So something personal. So your presence and insightful thoughts you shared today have added immense value to the spirit and direction of this conference. Your words have given us a renewed vision for the future of water resource engineering, and we are truly grateful. So we are equally indebted to the dignitaries on the stage who grace this occasion with their presence and encouragements. So I would like to thank Professor Shailendra Jain, sir, the acting director, Professor Mughal Kulshrestha, HOD Civil Engineering, Professor Vishnu Prasad, HOC, Center of Excellence in Water Management, and Professor Ruji Ghare, the chairperson of AWaRe 2025. Your insights and support continue to be a source of motivation for the entire AWaRe community. So this is a time we should thank our director, Professor KK Shukla, who always motivated us to conduct events of this sort. And he always told us to be self-sustainable. Like, we have to find our own way. The institute will support with its current activities, not with the funding. So he was always like pushing us to the boundaries, and I hope we are meeting his vision at this particular day. And now I would like to remember Professor SPS Rajput, Dean ID and IR, who were always with us, like not just as a dean, he was always encouraging, and he was the one who will support through the administrative difficulties that we faced during the conduction of this conference. And I would like to thank Mr. Binod Dole, the registrar, who arranged the necessary hospitality and all other arrangements. And his team also helped us a lot for the arrangement of this conference. Okay, a special word of appreciation to Professor Ruji Khare, who paved the seeds in our mind about the idea of this conference. And she was the one who started all these things. And she is with us, and with a happy smile, ma'am, I hope you are satisfied with the works what we have done so far. So, and I would like to remember Mr. Aditya Sharma. So, as I told in the inaugural ceremony, with a small meeting, he made this canvas bigger and bigger. He was always available at the other side of the phone call, and he helped us a lot. He was here with this in this conference throughout, and all the 3 days he was here with us, and he was constantly checking the progress also. So I thank Mr. Aditya Sharma, the Chief Engineer CWC, for his support. Then I would also like to acknowledge a few people who are helping us as a technical advisory committee members. So I would like to remember Professor Raj Ramshankaran, who helped us to shape the themes of this conference. And he advised what should be the focus and how it should be. And that was the first thing we released. And we arranged a brochure release program also. And I thank him for his support. And also the technical international committee as well as the national committee from various IITs and NITs, I present my deep felt gratitude. And also the technical partners, that Central Water Commission under the guidance of Mr. Aditya Sharma, the Central Groundwater Board under the guidance of the Regional Director A.K. Biswal, the National Institute of Hydrology, NIH, under the guidance of Dr. Ravi Galkate, and the IHR member panel. Like we have 3 IHR young professionals who supported us with participants as well as papers as well as our special events. So I present my gratitude to them also. And your technical guidance and partnerships are the backbone of this academic endeavor. We also express our deep gratitude to our government sponsors for their generous support. Our sincere thanks to the Central Water Commission and the Ministry of Jal Shakti and Government of India who funded us, and also the Department of Water Source, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, and also the Narmada Hydroelectric Development Corporation. I presents my deep gratitude, and also the ABCD Center, Aiken, Bangkok, Chennai, and Dresden. The support was offered by Professor S.A. Sanasiraj from IIT Madras, and we have the participants from ABCD Center also with us. Your contributions has made this event possible at the scale and standard we aimed for. We are also thankful to our industry sponsors like Ether Engineers and Educational Equipments, ADK Instruments, Flow Science India, Philody Constructions and Infrastructure, Sai Sanket Industries, Lakshmi Civil Engineering Services Private Limited, RMS Consultancy and Contractors. Your innovations and technical exhibits are an inspiration to students and researchers alike. A very special thanks goes to the core organizing committee. Professor Ruji Khare has already mentioned every member of the organizing team, their continuous effort and their dedication. It was not just for the 3 days. They were working on this particular project from the last maybe 6 to 8 months, and they were always helping us constantly. So I am presenting my gratitude to all the organizing committee, especially the students who are the backbone of the events of this sort. It is always like that. We were students at some point, and we have did our part at that point. Like a similar support we received from our students also. So I'm thankful to all the students here. So last but certainly not the least, a heartfelt thanks to all of our delegates who were present and many of the friends who were present from different IITs and NHCs. And they were here for the 3 whole days and continuously supporting us. And some point of time, they were acting like the organizing core team also. So we were getting constant help from them also. And I'm thankful to them. And I would like to call on 2 names, Dr. Akash Chandran and Dr. Bhimraj. They were fellow faculties from the Chemical Engineering Department and Electrical Engineering Department. So they were also with us during this particular event. And I would like to remember Jyoti ma'am, who was in a registration team. And I would like to present my thanks to her also. So to the delegates, might be the end of the valedictory function, but the organizing team is still active. We are responsible for the publication of your research work, your effort as book chapters, as well as a few selected papers will be published in the Journal of Water Management and Modeling. So we assure that we will be working on that, and we need your constant support via mail for the completion of this publication process. We hope to complete the book publication by the end of the August, and hopefully you will get some good news from the journal by the end of this December. So I'm stopping here. So it's already late, but I hope we will meet at some point, definitely, maybe 2 years later, maybe 3 years later, who knows. We need your support, and thankful to you all to be present here, and thankful to the dignitaries here. So, Jai Hind.
My special thanks to all the members of this conference organizing committee, Dr. H.L. Tiwari, Dr. M.K. Chaudhary, Dr. Ajay Thawait, Dr. Rakesh Mahato, and Dr. Vikas Punya. Without their continuous support, this conference was not able to be organized. Thank you so much to all of them. And all other faculty members of the Civil Engineering Department, our senior professors and colleagues. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request Professor Salen Jain to deliver memento to our chief guest, Dr. Ravi Galkate, as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now, I would again like to request Professor Salen Jain to deliver memento to our guest of honor, Professor Jed Ahmed sir, as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Professor Mukul Kulsresht to deliver memento to in charge director, Professor Salen Jain, as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request to all the delegates present here to come up on the stage to share their feedbacks.
Namaskar सबको in the dais and also over there. Uh, I have heard from one of my colleague who is a professor in our institute and who has worked extensively on Bhopal Lake. He used to say that Bhopal Lake में तो शेर घूमता है, शाम के टाइम शेर आ जाता है, शेर आ जाता है. अभी यहाँ आने के बाद हम देखा है, अरे शेर कहाँ है? सब लोग मनु हम जाकर बताएंगे, भैया आपका शेर कहाँ गया? शेर तो है ही नहीं, उनका पूछ ही नहीं है, कुछ ही नहीं, दो पैर में खड़ा होता है, ऐसा करके बताएंगे उनको. ठीक है. Regarding the conference, my request to the administration of this institute would be that the conference organizers are young people. They have organized successfully, well organized conference. They have earned sufficient credit points. Kindly see that they get immediately promoted in the next promotion to their respective higher grades. This is my request. Your hospitality was very good. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request to all the delegates to gather at central porch for group photograph, followed by high tea. And high tea is arranged outside the auditorium. But first, we have to go for photograph at yeah. Up here.